Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Fumble Live. We made it to this Friday, and as predicted, Odell was picked up before the weekend. It is the one place that Chris said he absolutely did not want him to go, so I can't wait to get his reaction. And y'all see the title. My boy Rudy Gobert says, y'all ain't really about that life. I can't wait for Chris to break that down. But before we get into all that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it with your friends. And now here's the Fumble Squad. I'm Jackie Ray. You can follow me on all things social media at Shoot, I almost said the wrong thing. Jackie Ray TV.
Yeah, it's your boy Chris. Follow me everywhere at CK2K. Y'all understand what I just went through. I went into the Matrix and my camera froze and I had to leave and I came back just in time right when I heard it. And here's the Fumble Crew. I'm like, yeah, here I am. I ain't gonna be completely honest with you, but we're here. I'm here.
So you missed the
Jackie
whole part.
Everything.
Okay, so I said that as we predicted, Odell got picked up before the end of the week, but it was the one place you absolutely did not want him to go because you do not like the Rams. Can you tell me why you don't like the Rams?
Because it's such a stupid reason. Look, man, I love my Saints so much. It was when the good season that when they were playing in the Coliseum, and they did that whole whose house BS, man. And that pissed me off, and they were smacking on us and everything like that. And these fake Rams fans that didn't even know who was on the team, and so they triggered me since then. It's almost like the Laker effect, where the only reason why I don't like Lakers is because Laker fans they play like something. There's some good ones, but some of them they play like they know, but they don't know nothing. So this got me triggered. So that's how I feel about the Rams.
You know that it's going to be a good, solid, easily 2 years before our Saints are officially Super Bowl contenders. Right. So at least 2 years before that. And we live in LA. And so all I'm saying is, look, sometimes
I'm going the other way.
No. You're going to go the other way. We got Aaron Darnold and my man's now, like, bam. Here we go.
No.
We're going to go hopeful Rams, Chris. We're going to do it.
No.
We're going to do it.
If it ain't the Saints, if it ain't the Saints, I'm going Chargers. Herbie, baby. Going Justin Herbert and those boys. Nah, I'm not doing it. They're in the NFC too, and I can't do it. At least I know with the Chargers, they're AFC. They got Herbert over there. They got my Mike Dub over there. Nah, Chargers. Nah, I'm not doing it. I can't do it, Jackie. I can't do it.
They got Aaron
Donald. I don't care. Okay.
They got Odell Beckham Jr. You don't have to root them.
I'm not rooting for him. I'm hoping. No.
Can I just get a little bit of fandom? Just a little bit of fandom.
No.
Well, I'm a represent because I knew we weren't going to be able to get him because we just don't have the money, and that pisses me off because God, whoever is in the Rams accounting department, they the real OG. Because the fact that y'all going out here spending all this money, they got Jalen Ramsey. I think even we said it on this show, like, oh, this is a problem because they don't have any money now. And then they talked the Broncos into whole bulk of Von Miller's contract. They got him, and then here comes Odell, and they were like, we're gonna go get him. I need a picture of the accounting department from the Rams because I'm telling you, they the real OGs. But it is a little crazy because the Rams right now are 7-2. They're right behind the Cardinals in the NFC West. The Cardinals are 8-1. To me, this means the Rams just won the NFC West, to me, and a first round bye, because I just think this is going to level up. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at the official Odell in hit. Look, bam. Come on. That's a good look.
Is he rocking 3?
I think so. Has to, right?
Yeah, because wasn't that his LSU number? Let me double check.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure 3 was his LSU number.
I'm 90% sure that was his LSU.
That's the case. That's fire. Good for him.
Yeah.
Otherwise, cool.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Go ahead.
I love this.
That's what's up.
That's a good look. I love it. Obviously, a lot of people had reactions, but for me, I'm excited because Matthew Stafford right now is leading in passing yards. The Rams running back, Darrell Henderson, he's 8th in the league in rushing. Cooper Kupp is 1st in the league in receiving.
Cooper Kupp balling, right?
Mm-hmm. Right. Not to mention that got Tyler Higbee, Robert Woods. Their defense just improved. Now they have Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, and Von Miller. This is insane to me. They're really just collecting all the infinity stones. And of course,
speaking of Stafford, that adds to my hate for Rams fans. You know what? I had to read on Twitter a few times yesterday? Oh, this is the best receiver Matthew Stafford ever been with. It's over. I'm like,
the best receiver?
Did we just kill Megatron? Like, what? What are we talking about? The man just got in the hall for playing for the Lions for his entire career on a short career. The best. I love you, Odell, but come on now. Megatron was different. Megatron was different. This is what I'm talking about. Rams fans, they don't understand.
Yeah, Megatron is literally an android. Like, he is a robotic human that can do feats of greatness that we just haven't seen in a long time. And Matthew Stafford pretty much went MIA after he retired. So that's a reach. That's a reach. I'm definitely not going to co-sign on that. But, you know, people love Odell, so I'm not mad at it. Cleveland fans are mad, though. Look, I don't know if y'all saw the Cleveland fans, but this is I had to put this one up. It says Cleveland setting up farewell party for Odell Beckham. It says thanks for nothing. So they over there, Cleveland fans is mad. They talking about he ain't gonna do no good because he wasn't no good over here. Like, they just skipping over the whole Baker Mayfield part. I love this. Mad Cleveland fans are great to me, but you know they still have my man Myles Garrett over there, so I'm not gonna hate on the Browns too much. But I do love when Browns fans are mad. That is absolutely fantastic for me. But everyone seems to love this, including my King James. Y'all see him at the very, very top. He says, welcome to LA, my brother Odell. It's go time. Des Bryant is right underneath there. Des Bryant got to be feeling a little bit salty because Des still feels like he should be back in the league. And but he says, I'm telling you, he does. But he says, OBJ to the Rams. I felt it. OBJ, you deserve it. Wow, a whole different level. Wow. And then, of course, Jalen Ramsey's down there. He says, let's go, dog. It's official. Can't wait, bro. So I think this is an exciting time. I'm excited for Odell very, very much. I think this is a great look for him. He's on a 1-year deal. So Ian Rappaport, this is crazy to me because it hasn't even been 2 weeks ago we were talking about the Rams picking up Von Miller. That's what I'm saying. The OGs, man, MVPs are that accounting department. But Ian Rappaport says the Rams gave wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. a 1-year deal worth up to $4.25 million. The details are he's getting $500,000 signing bonus, $750,000 for the rest of the season. Another $3 million available in team-based incentives for how they finish the regular season and the postseason. So then take a look at this one. Let's take a look at the next one. Somebody asked me, Jackie, are you a Rams fan? No. How I got this jersey, y'all, real quick, is I lost a bet. My brother is a diehard Patriots fan. Now he's low-key a Bucks fan because he loves Tom Brady. I lost a bet. I had to wear this jersey, and I just had it in my closet, and I just wanted to be petty and mess with Chris. It's nothing more than that. All right, so let's go into this. So then Ian said Odell Beckham Jr. wanted to be a free agent, and he was willing to give up money to do it. But based on team achievements, the last of which is a $500,000 incentive with a Super Bowl win, he can earn more with the Rams than he was due to earn with the Browns. That's dope to me. I love it. So, Chris, what you think? What you think their chances are? Do you think Odell? Oh, look at the face.
I mean, I get he must have really wanted to play with the Rams. He definitely has Super Bowl chance with the Rams, so it is very possible. That's a lot of ifs, ands, and buts that I was just hearing and reading from just now. I mean, that's why I was like, damn, because he took a pay cut because he could have got paid. I mean, if he went to the Saints, it wouldn't be the same thing, but definitely not Super Bowl contending because we ain't got a damn quarterback. But yeah, I mean, it's very possible for him to go and get that bag. That'd be the ultimate comeback, told you so story. If that is how it goes, he ends up having a monster last half of the season. They make the push and go to the Super Bowl, and he plays out of his mind. Like, it would be crazy. And all those Browns fans are out there looking like Bobby, putting the thanks for nothing sign out there. They're going to be looking like Bobby in real life because they're going to be eating their pain away as they watch Odell go and get some dubs. So, yeah, I mean, I like it. Like I said, Saints and Rams hate hats off. Great move. You know, Cooper Kupp's been having a great season. This is Cooper Kupp is going to open up Odell Beckham Jr. because the attention is going to go to Cooper Kupp just because he's had the great season all year long. Van Jefferson's been in and out of being reliable and not reliable. You know, Odell's going to be a solid piece for Matthew Stafford. And in theory, this should work. Matthew Stafford is very accurate, like you said. Since he lost my man Megatron, he really didn't have anybody else. He made Kenny Galladay the receiver that he is today. Kenny Galladay's talented as all hell, but Matthew Stafford was that person that also pushed him over the edge. So I think this is going to be a match made in heaven. It's going to be a fun ride, but I'm going to be pouting in the corner like the Cleveland fans while it's happening.
Yeah, I am excited about this just because Odell, sidebar, you guys, our producer called this way before. When we were out here our list, and I was talking about maybe New York is a good look. And our producer was like, nope, he's coming to LA. And that so if you see pictures of our producer with Odell, just know it's because she put this out in the universe and it worked. So y'all can thank Arthie for this one. But I love this. I think he definitely spreads out the field. And I think, like you said, it becomes a situation where Matthew can relax a little bit because he's got a couple of options. And we've seen how well a happy Odell actually works. That's the one thing he said he wanted to be. He wanted to be in a place where he is happy. They are happy to have him. I think he's happy to be here. LA, whether you like it or not, y'all, it's just a really dope place to live. It's expensive as hell, but it's a dope place to live. And I think all around, this is going to be good for him mentally and emotionally. And I think we're going to get back to, it's not going to happen right out the gate. Obviously, that's a learning curve. But I think it's going to happen for sure. And I think we're going to get back to the old Odell.
Yeah, some people shine under the bright lights. Some people fold under the bright lights. Carmelo Anthony is my favorite example. Carmelo Anthony looking like New York Knicks. Carmelo Anthony with the Lakers right now. And some people just like and they love that kind of attention, that kind of pressure because they know that they got it. You know, Odell playing for New York had great season. I understand people wanted to highlight the negatives and the stuff behind the scenes. But on the field, he had great seasons with New York. Went to Cleveland. We could talk about the quarterback all you want. Didn't really do too much. And now let's see how he thrives in Los Angeles when you have like the LeBron Jameses out there that are going to be supporting you. You got all these celebrities and teammates that are on your team. Yeah, I liken this a lot to what happened with Jalen Ramsey. He was on one of the best cornerback on the worst team in the NFL, and he single-handedly was making them good. But the poor guy was just out there in poverty with the Jacksonville Jaguars that wasn't doing anything, and he got blessed to come to LA, and he signed. He's there long term. And I feel like we're seeing Odell in a similar situation get traded away from New York to Cleveland, and now he's back in LA. So I really hope this is a good storybook ending for him. But look, I hate the Rams, but I'm happy for Odell.
Yeah. Kevin Link says it's going to be too crowded. I highly disagree with that. I think this has just opened up that field so much. There's going to be, because you can't cover everybody. You know what I mean? So I think this is just one of those things where now it opens up that field. It puts them in a great position. Von Miller is questionable for this week. I don't know if he's still, in the learning curve phase, but once he gets out there, Aaron Donald, it's just a lot. They've definitely collected some of the Infinity Stones. We'll see if they have this, the Snap Stone where you can just make things happen at your will. But they definitely got a lot of the Infinity Stones, so I can't wait to see how this one plays out.
Do we know who the Rams play? I just
looked that up too.
Niners. Monday night game. So hopefully if he clear those waivers and we get him on a Monday night game, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. So let's see. I'm excited. But they do have Odell. Like if you go to the Rams website right now, they do have Odell listed to start this coming week. So we'll see if that actually happens. He might have to miss a week, but we will see. But either way, I'm excited for Odell. Congratulations for getting out of purgatory. I'm very, very happy for you. That's a great way to go into this post up on this beautiful Friday, Odell Friday.
On this fine this Odell Friday. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to post up on Friday with your boy CK. So yeah, we're gonna start off elsewhere in the NFL. And it's coming from CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb, as we know, has been talking. Well, the conversation has been with Aaron Rodgers this entire time, like the comparisons with him and Kyrie Irving and this, that, and the third, especially when it comes to COVID and whatnot. But within the NFL, we know of CeeDee Lamb, who was having his issues with the same thing, but he was out there getting fined, and he's gotten fined a lot more than what Aaron Rodgers has up to this point. And it finally was asked. I'm sure there's other players that we could talk about as well, but we're going to stick it to CeeDee Lamb because CeeDee Lamb spoke on it, and I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say about it. But he simply said, annoy me? Nah. Confuse me a lot? Very much so, yes. Because like we mentioned, he was fined around $20,000, and Aaron Rodgers only fined the 14 or 13. I can't remember exactly how much it was. It's probably it's right there on the tweet, $14,000. So yeah, a lot of questions around that. We talked we talked in length yesterday about Aaron Rodgers and his whole situation and how he duped us. Actually, we've been talking about it all week. But Jackie, as far as CeeDee Lamb and his fines and how he feels about it, what he just said in the quote, jersey's gone real fast. You see that, chat? The jersey was gone. But what's your thoughts on CeeDee's comments and the fine differential? What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, somebody needs to explain that. Period. That's a legitimate thing. Somebody needs to explain that because the optics say one thing, you know what I mean? So you need to explain that. And if anything, I wouldn't mind a self-correct. I wouldn't mind the league going in and increasing Aaron's fine by $6,000 as they should. Because if they don't, this is a narrative that we can spin however we want. We can make up the reasons why this there's a difference if we want to. But the league needs to address it. And this shouldn't even be a thing. There should be like a pie chart. Like if this happens, this is the fine. If this happens, this is the fine. It shouldn't be weird like this. This is a bad look. It's a bad look. They need to fix it.
That
or they can give CeeDee 6,000 back. If they don't want to fine Aaron Moore, they can give him 6,000 back. But they got to do one or the other.
Fine Aaron Moore. Because that right there looks like, that sounds like such a like, oh, my bad, CeeDee, my fault. No, because then you look stupider. So yeah, fine Aaron Moore and yeah, whatever. But yeah, what you just said was the main point. I don't understand. I never understood this in the NFL. Why there are not, like, it's just not a set number for the fine. Right. Why is it that, all right, this person did this, all right, let's do like 13 for him. CeeDee Lamb did it, golly, 20,000. Like, it should be a set number for the offense. That's how it should always be. It should never be a gamble, or even if it's like an ordinary offense, because we're talking about a pandemic right now, then there should be a ballpark of what it's gonna, like, around what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a 5,000 or a 10,000, depending on, like, I don't know, whatever the case may be. But it needs to be a set number, and that's the part I don't understand why. And the NFL's been doing this for years, for all kinds of stuff, from the marijuana fines, all kinds of stuff. The numbers have been different depending on the player, and I think that's whack, and that's definitely not a good look for the league. And we've been talking about that, so I don't understand it. But CeeDee, yeah, I don't get why you got the short end of the stick for that one for sure. I think we're gonna have different opinions on this one, Jackie Ray. I think we are, because we're talking about your boy Rudy Gobert. And we're not talking about the COVID-19 when it comes to him. We're talking about a fight that broke out last night between him and Miles Turner. Miles Turner felt like, after a nice block, he felt like Rudy Gobert brought him down on the play maliciously. The referee saw the whole entire thing, and Miles Turner was upset about it, said, "You don't see this," and he went up to them and gave him a really weak shove, and then this happened.
There's the push, and then the bear hug and the takedown.
Look at that. Miles is pissed. Gobert's over it. Gobert, he don't even care.
It took some time.
Yeah, and then Gobert just walks away. He's just staring at him. But Donovan was going in. Yeah, rah. So the first thing I thought when I saw this was terrible shove. If you're upset about it, that looked really fake. Miles, I get why he's upset. It was a great block, but for Gobert to pull him down to keep him out of the play because the Pacers were about to go on a run, it's a bit messy, and the refs missed that one. So I get the frustration of Miles Turner, but the way he handled it, I don't mind the scuffle. I don't care about that. It's just that shove was a 1 out of 10. I don't know if you guys saw the weak shove. Like, his whole body, like, he tried to push him, his whole body went fling. I don't know, it was a weak shove. Anyways, Rudy Gobert, though, he thinks the entire thing was just, was fake and was sissy. He said people need to stop acting like they are going to fight on the basketball court when they know security will be there to break it up. It's cool for the cameras, but people need to stop acting like they're about that life. Now, here's where I differ, and I don't know if you're going to agree with Rudy Gobert. I'm assuming you are, because that's your guy. I don't know. But here's where I differ. Is you're right. I understand it. But it's a quote that we said yesterday, sometimes, and especially with the referee standing right there, sometimes you got to handle it yourself. You got to take care of it. You got to put the situation into your own hands. Again, shove was bad. I'm not saying you should have gone up there and clocked him. It should have been a whole bloodbath. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, the statement was kind of weak for the reason why you're upset. It was whack. So I get the reasoning from Miles Turner why he did it. Referee saw it, said, "Oops, I missed it," kind of thing. Miles Turner felt like he was in danger when he landed, and he felt like it could have been worse than it was. He was pissed off about the situation. But what's your thoughts on Rudy Gobert saying that players need to stop acting like they want to fight when they're frustrated about certain things, and that it's just all for cameras and it's all fake? What's your thoughts about that?
I mean, I agree. They're not going to do that. I saw somebody, I saw this same thing, and then on some of the comments in Twitter was like, "Oh, the NBA is the only sport where guys are actually, they don't have pads on. They're like 6'9", 7 feet tall, and they just push and shove each other. They don't actually fight.
They do.
When they're right there, they can actually fight." And that's true. Like, I used to, because we've seen guys in the NFL straight up try to punch each other in the face with full on helmets on. And it's like, what are you doing? That's not, you're going to hurt yourself more than the other person. And then it's the opposite in the NBA. Right? It's like the opposite in the NBA. You guys are both wide open, but yet y'all just push and shove like it's a girl fight or something like that. So, but at the end of the day, they're not going to lose that money. Right?
Right.
Isn't that 100%. What was you going to say?
No, I was just gonna say my only beef with it was Rudy Gobert, the bear hug. Like we don't know what it would have been, and that's why I hate about because as soon as anything stopped, Rudy Gobert just hugged him. he just put him in a bear hug, and that was it. So the whole entire time he's talking about and then by the time he got out, the security guards are already on him. But I mean, you're right. To an extent, like for the most part, anytime there's been where the security is nowhere near, referees don't like in this play, everybody was on the other side of the court. Anything can happen. We're not saying we're sitting here wanting, a Mayweather versus Floyd versus Conor kind of situation where they're fighting and blood is shedding and whatever. But in situations where it could, if he's really that pissed off, he could have handled it. He didn't really. So I get Gobert from that sense. But at the same time, I for that play, and I understand why Miles Turner's upset. I feel like there should have been a reaction on Miles Turner. So it sounded like Rudy Gobert was like, they missed it, get over it, move on, is what I heard from that quote. The fighting thing, we know that's true. Like when the last time there was a good NBA fight was that Rockets and Lakers when I remember Chris Paul and Rajon Rondo, and that was the last time there was a good fight, man. Brandon Ingram using his whole daddy long legs arm, almost taking somebody out. Like that was the last time I had to go. Other than that, just a lot of shoving and hugging. But to me, what I took from the quote was the fact that he thought that Miles Turner was soft for reacting to the no call, and I disagree with that. I think that there should have been reaction, especially if you're in the air on a landing like that. Like that, you get pissed off. Like it's just natural. Like you grabbing my leg when I'm trying to come down off from the air. I'm not a fan with that.
I mean, and we're gonna continue to see stuff like this because the refs. I know we talk about the refs every year, but it seems like every year they get worse. And so now they're so focused on this no call situation, and they're flat out missing blatant, obvious calls that literally, if you just started watching basketball 2 weeks ago, you'd be like, I'm pretty sure that's a foul. And they're just missing these calls. So guys are going to continue to get more frustrated. But the only thing that I don't like about Rudy's comment is because if you fall victim to that, if you're the one that's continually not getting that is going to bother you, and you are going to react to it. Yeah. It's just human nature.
For sure. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, and that's right to your point. That's the only beef I had with the comment. I mean, he's not wrong about how fights are handled. He's right. Like, it's the NBA. We don't see these big old dudes not fighting. But my thing is, certain things deserve reactions. If referees aren't going to do anything, you got to handle it. Take your little fine, but make sure the message was sent. So I get that, but. Anyways, Jackie, I don't know if you're going to like this next one. You're going to like it initially, but then you're not going to like it. I don't know if you watched the game yesterday. We kind of briefly spoke on it, but we didn't talk about it too much. But it's your boy, Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards had the game of his life last night against the Golden State Warriors. We saw we've been seeing the Warriors playing tremendous basketball all season long. They're 9-1, 10-1 right now. Somebody help me in the chat, confirm that for me. And last night, they played against the Timberwolves, who started off good, but then they haven't been ending too well. But Anthony Edwards was hot. He was doing his damn thing. Ended up with 48 points before he got to that point. After a timeout, he saw Steph Curry, and he thought he decided he was going to let him know that he was going for that 50-piece. Check out this video.
Offensively, they got to use Steph. I think if you use Steph, even if it's as a decoy,
watch Steph's reaction.
Run your pick and roll. Maybe let them trap him, and then he can get it back. If he can move without the ball, give and go, that could work. Could have him run off of a pin down. Maybe have him set a back screen.
So here's why this makes me laugh. Because Steph's looking at him like, oh, you're going for 50. That's pretty impressive. The Timberwolves were being murdered at that point in the game. They were getting killed. And yes, Anthony Edwards was playing great. He ended with 48 points, but it was in a loss. I get it. Like, I understand, like, you trying to just do everything you can to get them back in the game. But that was like that to me was just like, it was like, man, I'm gonna make sure I get my 50 today, even though they're getting beat. So when I saw Steph Curry's response, it was just like, you want 50. Cool. Right. All right, I guess if that's what you want to do. They got beat 123-110 again to the same Golden State Warriors. Yes, Anthony Edwards was a big part of them coming back into it, but at that point there was no game. There was no game. I'm happy for him. You keep scoring. I'm not saying that you should stop scoring and pout because you're losing. It's just that part, like it's a funny clip, but it would have been great if they were winning and he said that clip. It's just not. It's a weird look when you're down and you're like, man, I'm going for 50. I'm gonna get that 50, but you down, bro. You're down, and the game looks like so. I don't know. I felt the type of way with that. I know it's your boy Anthony Edwards. You might feel differently. Please defend him or agree. I don't know. How'd you feel about that moment?
I mean, it's Anthony Edwards. He's in a game with Steph Curry, who has gotten 50+ points several times in his career. He's known for that. And so he's a kid that is playing a game with somebody he's probably looked up to. Yeah, you absolutely walk up to him and say, I'm about to get 50. I'm about to get 50. You see this? And I think for him, it was just more of a, hey, this is dope. I'm playing in a game with somebody who does this all the time. And I'm about to get close to something that he achieves on a regular. I don't think it was about whether his team was winning or losing or not. I think it was about that I'm going to get my individual accolades. Like Chuck said, you're on a team that sucks. So all you can do is go out there and get your individual accolades. And I think he just really expected a reaction like maybe, I think LeBron would have been like, okay, young man, you go out there and get that 50. We still going to smack you. But Steph was like, care about your damn 50. I don't think he was that was the reaction that he wanted.
Yeah, right. Because Steph's face was like, all right, cool, kid. All right, I guess.
You want a cookie? Like, what do you want?
Yeah. And that the worst part of it, the worst part of it was that he got 48. He didn't even get the 50, and they still lost. But again, no hate. He's young. He's gonna understand that as his career goes on. I mean, the fact that he's getting to that point at this spot in his career, I think he's going to be a great player. He's a young guy. He's really out there. We know Anthony Edwards. Just to me, I saw this moment, I was like, oh, come on, kid. Like that, his whole 20-year-old or 19, wherever he is right now, that it showed at that point. I was like, it's all right. You'll learn. You'll understand it.
That 50 though, maybe even 52. But to be 2 points away, I was like, damn it.
Yeah. But it was funny. I'm about to say, I know that you're doing. I know that you're doing. Yeah. Still wasn't rookie of the year, but no, to the next one. On to the next one. Last but not least, we have another buzzer beater that happened in college basketball. But this one from a way less unlikely hero, and this is coming from over here in California, the UC Riverside squad over against ASU. I think it was Arizona State University in Arizona. Crazy game-winning shot. That's all I can give to you guys. Watch the video.
Again, you don't want to give anything away to Riverside, but you cannot foul here. Long distance. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Crazy.
Don't take a look at it. As they look one more time, Riverside, a stunner from beyond half court. Wow. Again,
look at the spot.
He went for the steal, but
in front of the opposing team's coach. Coach, watch this.
Tries at that, he might make 150 tries. J.P. Mormon, the transfer. But give him credit, man. He made it.
Named after the what? His name was J.P. Mormon. I thought his name was J.P. Morgan. I'm like, wait, isn't that? Anyways, but yeah, man, I thought that was a crazy buzzer beater. I mean, it was a lucky one, but nonetheless, it went in. It was dope to see. It was fun. But yeah, man, college basketball off to a good start. I over the years I've been watching as much NCAA. Completely gonna be real with you. I've been a highlight watcher when it comes to NCAA. But yeah, if this is how it's gonna go all year long, I might have to tune into a few more games for some of these players that I care about. Even though I know our Knicks aren't gonna be in the lottery anymore, but still gotta check them out. But yeah, that was cool. Another buzzer beater there that happened over the weekend. Crazy stuff. Crazy.
I always love how they get like hyped up, like, yeah, I meant to do that. When in their head, they're like, oh hell, okay, yes. Like it wasn't like they actually thought that was gonna go in. They always be like, yeah, I've been practicing. I practice that all the time. No, you don't.
Yeah. the two people I always look at after those kind of crazy shots are the head coach of the player that took that crazy shot, and they're like, God damn it, Billy. Oh yeah. And then after the shot goes in, the opposing bench, because they just sit there, they always just freeze. They're just like,
right.
I think he made that. Like I'm out. Like I ain't sitting there and watch. Like nothing's gonna change. It went in. Like there's nothing else gonna happen. I'm leaving. But yeah, those are my two favorite things to look at after that. But Jackie Ray, on this Fire Friday, send us off in the weekend, letting us know what we not gonna do.
Yes, let's get into this. What we not gonna do, because let me tell you. First of all, y'all just see the Saints stuff is back on. I was really just trying to mess with Chris. But let's get into this one. This one, I know Chris had said maybe Odell would end up with the Raiders, and I had said that I did not want him to end up in that dumpster fire over there, because when it rains, it pours. They are in the middle of a monsoon because, you know, Gruden's racist. Henry Ruggs was formally charged yesterday for that fatal car crash. And now we have this situation with Damon Arnett. So here, let me just start this off with you. So Damon Arnett gets a direct message on Instagram. The reason why I need y'all to understand that is because if somebody is not following you, if you're not following them, these go into your whatever that folder is. I don't know, but you don't immediately see these. You have to go over into that folder, accept the message, and then engage. None of that had to happen in this situation. But nonetheless, Damon gets this message from some random fan that says, you suck. Only reason you on the team is because they suck. And then he goes, LOL, I bet you died before me. You broke. I missed the N-word. I thought I crossed out all these damn N-words. But okay. And the guy responds back, says, you mad at me because you suck? He goes, yeah, get quiet. And then he says, you hit my DMs. You mad. He says, you like me or something, you weirdo, and you're lame. And then here's the part that I need y'all to focus on. On the very bottom, he says, block me forever or I'm going to spam you.
Nope.
At that point, you hit the block button. He already done told you, if you don't block me, I'm going to be a thorn in your... You the one accepted this damn message. I'm going to block you at that point. Because I get people like that all the time. I'm not even going to tell you that I feel like I'm on MAGA's radar. Every now and then I'll say something and I'll get this influx of Team MAGA in my DMs. And it's funny to me. But I just block them because you don't have to engage. There's no reason for you to engage if they're not a friend of yours. But so this went from, okay, we're just kind of antagonizing each other to then it escalated. So let me show you this next one, which is more text messages. So he goes, I don't know what happened before this, but then he goes, the guy that you don't know says, drop your address, Addy, or stop talking stuff. Damon drops his address, 6624, whatever avenue. I'm in Vegas. Slide in and get tagged. Okay. And then this dude says, I'm 5 miles away. Stay woke, youngin. And then he says, pull up. And then he goes, oh, you want a box? Pull up. Okay, a couple things. Number one, I would have absolutely perceived it as a threat if someone said I'm 5 minutes away. That's number one. However, first and foremost, what I'm not going to do is put my address in a chat to some random person that I don't know. So Damon feels like, okay, you said you 5 minutes away from me. I need you to know what you walking in on if you do pull up. And he posted this. That's the other part of this. You posted this in a live chat that everybody saw. Take a look.
That shit, 5 minutes away. Pull up, lame ass. I swear to God, I will kill you. On everything I love, I will kill you. You talking crazy. Talking about that shit 5 minutes.
Okay. Number one, I don't know what kind of gun that is. That was a dope ass gun. I've never seen anything like that. I would like to know what kind of gun that is. Number two, is it real? Because if it is real, again, please let me know what that is. That was fire. However, you know who you are. You know where you play. You know that you should not be threatening someone's life with a firearm. Whether or not they were going to actually pull up, you probably knew that they were about that life. You probably knew that they weren't going to come. Hell, for all I know, maybe you even gave them the wrong address. You might have gave them, somebody's address that you don't even like. I don't know. But the point of the matter is, you know who you are, and you know what you cannot do is be on a live or TikTok, Instagram, whatever, with a gun talking about you going to kill somebody. That's not what you can do. Fun fact, that is against the law to threaten to kill somebody.
Yeah. Right.
It's against the law. I don't know how you didn't know that. Maybe you didn't. But at the very minimum, at least exercise some common sense. This person already told you who they were. They told you and you engaged the whole time. I don't understand. Of course, there were some tweets about this as well. Some of them are funny because now people were on back and forth. People were saying, he acted the right way because this was a direct threat. It was a direct threat after you engaged. So let me show you a few tweets. I think I have a couple tweets that people felt about this situation that I thought were hilarious. Maybe I didn't. One of them did say, I don't know if you could see, but the guy was on a cricket phone. And so one of the comments was like, why are you engaging with somebody who's on 3% on a cricket phone? And then somebody responded to that but it's them cricket phone dudes that have time. You know, those are the people that could pull up. So then after that, of course, the Raiders released him and they issued this general manager, Mike, what's his name? What's Mayock? He issued this statement. He says, today we have waived Damon Arnett, a very painful decision. We spent significant time, effort, and resources trying to help him in all facets of his life. There have been a series of bad decisions over the last year or so, but we cannot stand the video of Damon with a gun threatening to take a life. I mean, as much as I can't stand the Raiders, you can't be mad at that. I mean, Damon is the first round draft pick. If y'all didn't know that, he's a first round draft pick, but he's played 13 out of the 33 games he could possibly play. He went on injured reserve, I think, 4th week of this season. So he hasn't played very many games. So he hasn't even had time to establish himself. So when you haven't really established yourself, guess what? You're easy to cut. If you were out there being effective, maybe this would have been one of those things where they said, you know, we are deeply disappointed by what Damon did, but we're going to take time and let him know that his actions were not correct, and we're going to blah, 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 blah. When you've gone out there and you've proven yourself, and since nobody was hurt in this situation, this is everybody just selling wolf tickets, maybe they rock with you. But this indicates that you've been making stupid decisions for a while. You know how stupid your decisions have to be if the Raiders think it's stupid? I don't know what he was doing, but y'all was doing a lot. So I actually co-sign on this. And what we not going to do, I tell y'all this all the time. If there is even a remote chance that y'all going to do some dirt, don't put it on camera. I don't know how many times I got to tell y'all this. Don't put it on camera. Social media is not your friend when you are in your feelings. When you are in your feelings, stay off social media, period. And if a person tells you they're going to be hell on earth for you, unless you block them, block them. Chris, you got any thoughts on this one?
This just shows how little because it's one thing if the Raiders were bad. The Raiders are pretty damn solid this year, and these mistakes continue to happen. I understand they have a lot of young pieces. Arnett was only 25 years old, but like this is where the coaching comes into play, because the coaches would let these young players know that while they're up, you need to only be focusing on football, not what a troll is saying, not going out and doing these kind of things, driving fast cars at night. You need to be focused on football so we can say this way and prove everybody wrong. This right here shows the lack of accountability upstairs still lies with this team, no matter how good they're playing on the football field. This is crazy. And I know you're right. He's not great, but he was making a huge step this year. Damon Arnett was. And it just shows how little I never will understand how athletes can let trolls get to them this much, where they drop their full address and make full videos when you are a whole NFL player and you got way more people, especially in Raider Nation, way more people that are for you and cheering you on than people that are feeling like this dude in the comments and this dude in your DMs. If you're going to be that triggered and you're going to do this kind of stuff, then I'm glad you showed your true colors so you can get the hell out of the league, because it's just stupid. Right. I understand they're young, but at the same time, stupid is as stupid does. And I don't think none of that's going to change. So I don't feel bad for him at all. You cannot be that ignorant to respond and continue a conversation no matter how much the troll is. Jeremiah is in our chat right now blasting his words. He's loving his Warriors 10-1, talking about the Knicks are trash, Lakers are trash. The last thing on my mind is talking about pulling up to telling them to pull up or whatnot. Talk your team's good, but I don't understand why people, when they get it, I get all kinds of hate. I'm sure you have too. You know, I don't understand why that's a thought process, especially at that point. That comes to the accountability from the coaching and people upstairs in that Raiders organization. They might be good on the field, but still way off upstairs. So yeah, this whole thing is just disappointing, man. Dude is having a great second year. That's trash.
Yeah, so, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like, clearly he has too much time on his hand. Clearly you should be focused on rehabbing and getting healthy and all of that
I'm
stuff.
saying. Right.
So here's the thing. Because of my job, so you guys know, I also am a reporter for the Long Beach Post. So sometimes I get the community that email me things or direct message me on. So for that reason, I do check that little inbox. But if I was an athlete, I'm only going to look at those request DMs if they got a blue check mark. That's
Amen.
it. If you don't have a blue check mark, I am not engaging with you. That is stupid. And clearly you can't handle it. So I mean, I would love to say that.
Right. Right. You know when you can't handle it too. And that's the thing. At that point too, when you have fame and you have money and stuff like that, if you know you can't handle it, at that point you need somebody else to handle your social media, because things like this could happen. Like and it's okay. I know you want to think you tough and you don't know. This could happen where you lose your entire career if you make decisions like this. And his team should have known that too, because if he can't take a comment like that, which initially wasn't even that bad, to turn into what it turned into like that. Like it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, I hope, I don't know how he'll bounce back for this. I'm sure over the weekend we'll get some sort of statement from him saying that he's deeply saddened by this, and maybe he'll do sort of public counseling so other teams can know that he's trying to be better, and then maybe he can get picked up. I don't want this to be the end of his career, but that's one of those things. When you have this career, don't do anything to jeopardize it. So, I mean, I hope he bounces back from this, but I am not sure that he will. So we will have to keep an eye on that. But we're going to have to keep an eye on it over the weekend, because it's time to get to the weekend.
Yeah.
I got more celebrating to do, and I'm going to enjoy it. And but I just had to make sure y'all knew that I was still a Saint. That was just a Chris thing, y'all. It was just a Chris thing. Ooh, was we doing high fives? I can't. Oh,
I'm not high fiving that. Nah, nope. I'm not high fiving that. I'm not high fiving that. Nope.
All right, y'all. Y'all be safe. Be good to each other. Stay mad. You've been gone for a while. Welcome back. Stay mad, Jeremiah Smith. Welcome back. I haven't seen you for a while. Good to see you. Y'all make sure you're here at 9 a.m. Monday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Y'all be safe. We'll see you then. Bye, y'all.
Bye.